Apparently the Thunder Tank is available for pre-order. Oof. Oof.
Motherfucker!
Really?
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Really, it is that expensive.
And you could buy a lot of doggy coin with that.
You could.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Doggy coin. It's doggy coin.
What does the Thunder Tank do that a $450 fully transforming planet doesn't do?
You can fit 4
Provide
original
a shelf
Thunder Tanks.
drive?
Seven. I heard 7 Thunder.
I mean, the $450 planet can devour Thundera, so I don't know, or Third Earth, or whatever the fuck, whatever.
Make sure we're finished talking about this before Kevin gets on here. Highly wants to spend everything that he wants to buy.
He's triggered right now.
He probably is. Anyway, let's get into it because we got a lot to talk about tonight, including that Thunder Tank. But before we do, make sure you, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. We're also on episode 123. Thanks to all you beautiful people out there, all you beautiful collectors who tune in every week, who interact in that live chat. And if you're watching us here live on YouTube, hop in that chat. We love our audience. We love talking to you all throughout the show. We have a giveaway tonight. I'm going to elaborate on that in just a minute here. So we're going to push back the hoodie giveaway, but we're going to do another giveaway tonight. So we only had 3 people enter in the hoodie giveaway.
What?
Winston, Hot Cheetos Fingers, and Brad Harper. Now, you guys
was for the hoodie?
That was for the hoodie. So we also have the Nate giveaways.
Well, that's actually a really good turnout for the hoodie. 3.
Well,
it's cold out, people. It's a
very
hoodie.
cold out.
Hoodie is awesome. Give it to your girl. Have your girl just wear that figure action hoodie. I guarantee
your girl already wears our clothes, so you may as well get a hoodie for her too.
You 3 guys are all still in the hoodie giveaway. You're also automatically entered into tonight's giveaway. We're going to push the hoodie back a week just to give more people some entries. We have Optimus Primal from Kingdom. Wow. He's a bit hard to find. This is actually, we're going to talk about the variant a little bit. This is the variant that has the flat gray swords as opposed to the silver swords. There's a run.
I'm going to make a new YouTube profile just to enter into this draw.
Do you need one, Joe?
Oh, what, the Primal?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm getting a Megatron. Nate's sending me a Megatron, so yeah, I do need a Primal.
Joe is a firm supporter of Monkey Nut Truck.
Have we talked about the other giveaway that, once we get to 1,500 subscribers, someone can go to Joe's house and get one of those boxes randomly?
That's a good idea. I like that.
At this point, I'll take any help, moving. But
this is you keep it. You just get to pick up the box and take it and help Joe put it in the truck. But still,
so
I hope I'm in Florida before we get to 1,500 subscribers, because
that might happen next week. You never know when that algorithm will ride that wave. I mean,
yep.
Who knows? T might be playing Fortnite on his channel and just send a lot of people over here to catch up on old episodes because he's a super nice guy like that.
I need to do that.
Well, I'll get a video up tomorrow for the details of the giveaway for the hoodie. Again, 3 gentlemen that entered. You guys are going to automatically be entered into that. Automatically entered into the Primal giveaway. How about this? When we hit 30 live viewers tonight, we'll start taking count. And again, rules are the same as always. You have to be in the continental U.S., so Canada, Mexico, Alaska, and Hawaii included, since the post office has to honor sending to them. And yeah, we'll do a 1 spin, 1 win wheel once we get up to 30 viewers tonight.
No, that doesn't have any drama. Let's do the last man standing.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we haven't done one of those.
And then right on the last click, we end the broadcast.
Well, Mr. Crab, would you like to take the honors? Otherwise, I'll start recording who's in the show.
I will start right now.
All right. Well, while we're doing that, let's find out how the hell people are doing. Oh, but actually, before we do that, going back to the hoodies, make sure you go to teespring.com and look up the FAP shop, where you can find all of our shirts, our masks, our hoodies. We have some of the best priced merch out there in the podcasting game. You can help out our show. You can look good doing it. And,
It's reasonably priced.
Very reasonably priced.
I can attest. Yeah, the premium hoodie is very comfortable and well made. So I wear it all the time. Except for right now. I'm not wearing it right now.
He's mentioned in our private chat that when he wears the premium hoodie, it's like he's having sex with Miss America and Mr. America all at the same time. It's like a big American sandwich.
I'm just trying to say, I don't know what our
he's like that middle
premium hoodie's called, but go for the premium.
Yes, if you want to be part of an American sandwich, get the premium hoodie and feel the red, white, and blue.
It's called being a real middleman.
Real American middleman. Unless you live in another country, then you can feel what it feels like to be American, and it's not that great.
What? We're so derailed. I forgot what I was doing. What am I supposed to be doing right now?
You're taking a list of all the people that have wronged you in the past 30 years.
Checking a choice.
Okay. So I guess I can't just use last week's list because the same people might not be here.
That's true.
So, yeah, we'll do the last man standing, but we're going to do the first man standing, starting with Trustarscreamer. Dave, how the hell are you? And did you get anything cool?
How do you know I was standing?
I don't know.
It's been a productive week. Not too much work down here in the basement of shelves, but got some cool acquisitions. Right, the camera's here, David. Don't look over there. One of the cool things I did get. Start off with, I did get the McFarlane exclusive gold label spawn, Mandarin spawn. It's nice. The photographs well. When it doesn't have full paint on the back, but I may actually do a review on this tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow.
Nice.
So I might actually break out the review station. So I got the Mandarin spawn. Got a really good picture of that on my Instagram at Trustarscreamer, by the way. Also from McFarlane, I did pick up Liu Kang. I did not get the swole one, and this is definitely, I think, the one to get. Don't get the shirtless one. It looks a lot better proportioned.
Is the shirtless one less bored?
No, the shirtless one looks even more bored. This one,
really?
Yes, he looks a little more serene this way. The shirtless one's just kind of like, I didn't even bother getting dressed this morning.
He's like, finish him, whatever.
Also with McFarlane, I got the Drowned.
Oh, nice.
Cannot wait to photograph her. Hasbro was nice to me, and I got me a Frogman.
Ribbit.
Jesus.
Finally, I got because they had a sale on the Foosh site, 2 more articulated icon ninjas. They may actually still have these on sale. They're going for $20. These are only $40 figures. I did get on the Kickstarter, and these are the Ninja 2.0s. So if you wanted to army build some ninjas, these are absolutely awesome. I also picked up a arm kit as well because you can plug and play these with all their figures. So if you get any more articulated icons, this is a great bonus pack.
Dave, just out of curiosity, what did they hit you up for shipping on those?
It wasn't too bad.
Normal?
Yeah, like $10, $12.
Okay.
Lastly, now this is not a acquisition. This is a completion. Again, if you've been following me on Instagram, you've been seeing this project. Back here. Literally just finished this up tonight.
Yes.
So
I dig it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This one I am really proud of.
Oh wow, look at you with the moss and everything in there.
Yeah, I use that to fill in the gaps and all. And I made this modular, so I got a couple generic folders that I'm going to use for just about anything.
Sweet.
But kind of like a temple ruins.
Is that authentic North Carolina sod?
No,
Is that
it is from Michael's.
is that an authentic? Is that ruins based on some ruins near your house?
It's my shattered dreams and hopes.
So this is a serious statement, actually. I think what you should do is I think you should go to make something. The next time you start a project, I would appreciate if you did a how-to and posted it to the channel.
Okay.
And I'm being serious about that because I'd like to get into some of that too. And if I can mimic what you do there, that would be best.
Now I was getting all this foam from work, so I'm using cheap ass styrofoam. I'm not using the insulation foam.
When you say all that, I have no clue what to even start with. So that would be good. Start from scratch.
That foam is very easy to work with too. It's very forgiving, especially when you're trying to make jagged looking, weathered looking, because
the insulation foam is better, but like I said, I got this free from work, so that way I could screw up and afford it.
Sure.
Sportimus is suggesting that you're a home builder.
Sportimus, this is for you. This is for you.
How come Mandarin Spawn isn't orange?
Well, there's a red one. This is the blue one. Then we're getting a red one out. When you mix the two together, they have an orange one.
I don't know if that's how that works.
CT, that'll teach
Todd
you.
McFarlane, I got a lot more hair. And I would know better about packing the right Batarang with a Batman Beyond.
They know what they were doing.
Yeah, they really know what they're doing.
So that's my gear for the week.
Very cool. All right, next up, Partsformer. Where's your jazz? Where's your jazz at?
Look, I'm very torn about the jazz, okay? I want to be able to see the fucking thing in person and then make my determination. But truth be told, if you're back in that Target and it's still in the hiding place or wherever, and it's still in the hiding place, I'll probably cave.
All right.
The Cup I'm covered because Cup actually Amazon hit me up and said Cup's coming Monday when it was supposed to be in April. So I'm all right with that. I had Blur in hand a few days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, and I just couldn't do it. He just doesn't do anything for me. He's not better than the old version, what was it, the Power of the Primes or whatever? No, Combiner Wars. Whatever it
was Titan's Return.
The one I didn't fucking say. Okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
He's better than that.
Shut up. Well, that one's paid for though. This one you have to pay for again. So I'm good skipping it. Anyway, hi. Had a good week. It's been a long week. I don't care to talk about it because it's Thursday. It was a very retail acquisition heavy week for me this week. I have 2 boxes that are in transport hell that should have been here by now that hopefully will one day show up before I die, which has a lot of cool stuff in it. So we'll talk about that when I get it in hand. But I got me a Warpath, which is one dude that I kept forgetting about until I saw it on the shelf. And there was another collector in the Walmart I was at, and I was fearful that he was going to grab them all and run. So I got in and that made the decision for me. When I was in fear that someone else was going to get it, I was like, okay, I need to at least pick him up. So he's really cool. He's got this is the first time that I can remember that Hasbro instructions seemed more complicated than they needed to be. The instruction sheet on this guy, for anybody that owns this guy, the leg is the more complicated part of the figure, but it's just unwrapping it and then laying it out flat, where the instructions are very fold this out, now fold it back. Now fold this part out, now fold both of those things back. And I'm like, that's not necessary. So, watch a video on this guy if you get him and you can't figure him out, because he's not as complicated as the instructions will get you there. But
yeah, you also watch a chill review on that.
There's a chill review. I suggest you watch that because that's way better than my dumbass talking about it.
Well, I did transformation both ways.
So T goes both ways in his video. So I also picked up me Grimlock.
Oh.
So that's news to everybody here, obviously, of you guys. No one's ever seen this. No one. I'm the first one to get this Grimlock, aren't I? No one else here's got a Grimlock.
Well, technically, you were the first among us to get it.
Well, no, you were, but then I was the first one to
take
it out of the box. Yeah. This guy is every bit as good as you think he is. There's nothing special here, which is not a bad thing. There's nothing bad about it either. It's exactly what I wanted in a Grimlock. So no complaints there. About the only thing I wish he had was an ab crunch, because there's plenty of room for it, but it's Hasbro retail. I wasn't expecting it. Good figure though. We won't talk about Wheelie. And
you like Wheelie.
Wheelie's not bad. And then on an impulse buy in Target, I've never seen this guy in a Target before, but he was $35, and I'm trying to get out of Dragon Ball collecting, but what the hell. So I got me a Kaioken Son Goku, which is cool. I mean, it's the same figure I own 3 times now.
Why are you trying to get out of Dragon Ball?
Well, I'm not. Let me say I'm trying to not collect anymore. I like the figures that I've got, but I don't want to add to it.
Okay.
You're a quitter.
I'm a quitter. I stopped before Jiren. I didn't get Jiren. I'm not getting hit. I'm on the fence about the new Frieza. We'll see.
You should get Jiren. He's got a great bod.
He does.
The shirtless Jiren. Get the shirtless
Jiren.
one.
Yeah, the final battle Jiren that you've got looked really cool. And was, I mean, it wasn't quite as sexual as I thought it was, but there was still a little bit to it. I mean, I don't know why your nipples were painted though on your version. Was that a running change?
No, they're actually worn down. It's worn down to the plastic. Yeah, that's why.
They had like a
Don't ask me how that happened.
Okay.
Joe, what I think you should do is after you're living off of copious amounts of cryptocurrency, you should just make it your mission to send Matt the occasional Dragon Ball figure. Like there's a sale on Amazon Japan, and then 1, he can't get rid of them because they're gifts, and 2,
you think that'll stop him?
I don't sell gifts. That's true. I don't sell gifts.
I think it's an Irish thing, man. Like you get a gift, you can't get rid of it. Like
it means something, man. Somebody thought about you.
I don't get rid of gifts.
My phone is full of them. Like when I download one and send it in the chat, I don't ever delete it.
I'm a re-giffer.
Yeah,
there's nothing stopping T.
There's nothing wrong with being a re-gifter, because if a gift is given to you and it means something to you, and then you want to give that to someone else, you think that'll mean something to them, I have no problem with that.
I would, except for one thing. If that gift came from Nate's Toys and Collectibles, that is something that is precious and should never be taken for granted. So if you do something with Nate's Toys and Collectibles, you hold it, you cherish it, and you keep it forever and ever. Because you knew that was picked up, packed perfectly with love.
Packed the perfect
and sent to you
pickles.
so it would not be undamaged.
I think
when you do on that,
when Nate packs his packages, I think he sits there with a 9mm and shoots at him and makes sure
it ricochets off. He's got a room back in the back of his house that's just bulletproofed, and you can take the ricochet. I like that. I think that's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
They just charged me for something.
Yeah, he does. I just paid him for stuff too. So.
I'm seeing the new pictures of the Fans Hobby Armada Prime, and I'm like, that payment tag's coming soon. Well, speaking of getting paid, I want to know, how can I get paid in Joe Coin? What's up with that?
So I'm going to start a new currency, Joe Coin, and I'll just send you my PayPal Me link, and then you can just send me the money, and then I will. Invest. It takes a couple days of processing, but I will email you your Joe Coin, and that's how easy it is.
It's a PDF, isn't it?
I might use PDF. It could be Word. I might put it in an Excel file. I don't know. I mean, your choice, really. I mean, you tell me what you want, and that's how I'll format it. I'll format it however you want it. And just know that if you hold on to the nice thing about Joe Coin is you don't have to worry about a password. You just have to hold on to that file, and someday that Joe Coin's going to be worth tens of thousands of dollars per coin.
I was going to say that
like,
that Joe
guaranteed.
coin is going to be worth every bit that it was the minute you emailed it. It's never going to depreciate.
Well, I mean, there's a limited supply of Joe coin. At least that's what I'm going to say up front. But then there's really going to be an unlimited supply. I'll just send them out.
What's up?
They might be. They might be.
Nate also is confirming that payment tag. I know it's coming.
I just sent Nate a bunch of money. Unfortunately, he wouldn't let me pay in Joe coin. It hasn't. I guess it hasn't caught on yet. He wanted real American dollars for some reason. I don't know.
We should also mention too that Nate is bringing his channel back. He's doing hangouts. I'm sure we'll probably all collaborate at some point. So Nate's channel is Nate's Toys and Collectibles. So check him out over on YouTube. I shouldn't say over.
You're already here.
You're already here, and I haven't put this show on Anchor FM yet because things, reasons, and time.
Well, speaking of Nate, Nate's really awesome, and he had a great price on what's his name, Optimus Plexus, and I had ordered one from him, but apparently Drunk Joe at one point decided he really wanted to order an Optimus Plexus from somewhere else. He must have forgotten about Nate's Toys and Collectibles. So here I have one. There he is, and he's doing his salsa dance. He's very well articulated.
Oh,
and so eventually I'll have two of these, and then I think T-Man's going to buy the other one off me.
Spoilers.
Yeah. And T, you can pay me in well, I don't think you have any Joe coin. You can pay me in Doggy coin. You can pay me in Bitcoin.
Right.
Whatever you want.
He could buy Joe coin from you and then turn around and pay you in it.
I'll take T coin.
What does that mean?
Figure action points.
Nah, those are worthless.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I've tried to cash those in, and I haven't gotten anywhere with them.
Excuse me. Look at those boxes behind you. Did they pack themselves? No, you cashed in your figure.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. That wasn't figure action points.
Was a totally different thing.
That was friend points. But seriously, this thing is really awesome. Did anyone else get this yet? Matt, did yours ever show up?
That's what I was talking about. It's in transit hell.
Oh crap! FAP coin. There you go. We need a FAP coin.
FAP coin.
That should be a T-shirt.
There probably is. Oh, we could make that a T-shirt. Maybe put that in the chat, guys. If you want a FAP coin T-shirt, I will design it, and it'll be on Teespring.
We could make the hoodie winner our tester.
Yeah, there you go.
Joe, talk to me later this week. I have some ideas.
All right. You gonna send me some of that doggy coin you got?
My dog coin only made $12, okay?
Oh man, I mean it's down, but earlier today I'd made like close to $60 on it.
Well, Elon needs
Bitcoin is in short supply, unfortunately.
He needs to pick one. He keeps going back and forth, and you know me, I do whatever he tells me to do. So if he says buy Bitcoin, I buy Bitcoin. If he says buy Dogecoin, I buy Dogecoin.
It's like buy both. Buy both.
I know, but still, it's like funds are limited supply. I'm not.
That's bullshit.
Well, the nice thing about Bitcoin is you can do fractional buys of it. I mean, I've been waiting on the. Like, what's Bitcoin at right now?
$37,000.
Oh, it spiked back up because it was close to 30.
Jesus Christ! I hope you could buy fractional.
Yeah. Okay. So 30, 36. Well, here's the thing. I'm not giving financial advice. I have a lawyer. My lawyer has advised me do not give financial advice on the Figure Action podcast, but there are analysts who think that Bitcoin will ultimately be worth $1 million in the very near future.
Oh, I haven't heard that. I've heard 100,000.
Well, just saying.
You think it could go to 1 million?
I have heard from analysts that it could go up to $1 million per Bitcoin. I think by the end of the year it'll be close to 100,000. But you think about like those increases. So if you put like $30 into it and think about the difference, just saying. So
here's my suggestion. Let's have people subscribe to let's have our subscribers mimic Bitcoin's meteoric rise. I don't know how we'll work that out. It's a rough draft.
Subscribers just start coming in droves.
Sure. I mean, it's funny though. My buddy Jeff, I remember back in 2010, he bought like a couple Bitcoin, and now he's got like savings. And I remember thinking like, should I buy it? You know, and it was kind of complicated to buy it back then, and I don't think you could really have like it like existed on your hardware, if I remember correctly.
It's
like, but I remember somebody saying, "Nah, that's stupid. It's a waste of your money." And it was back in 2010. What was it, like $60 a Bitcoin?
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow,
yeah.
You know who cares about all this stuff? T-Man.
T-Man does care. He does care. He has 978 cares. And they're all about Snake Eyes.
Yeah. So.
And Fortnite.
Friday, after they announced that Snake Eyes was going to be getting a Fortnite repaint, I came home and turned on the PlayStation 5, and his skin was available for purchase on Fortnite. And
is it a skin or a snake skin?
Both. It's a Snake Eyes skin. But I got that. That's really cool. I didn't like the sword slices at first, but now I like it. But same time, Matt got this guy. I got this with
India.
Wheelie. Wheelie, say you'll be okay.
I want to punch it already.
And Matt picked up this evil lady who was only seen briefly.
Like 5 seconds worth.
Yeah. Maybe 7.
Would you agree she's a little better than you thought she would be out of the box, or is she exactly what you thought she'd be?
The pictures you put up made me think she was going to be better. I mean, she's not bad. I didn't expect her to have butterfly joints. She's like the first Ray to have butterfly joints. But this stupid thing I wish was made out of fabric.
Yep.
I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yep.
I got this for PlayStation 5. Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Nice. I didn't realize. Oh, so you ended up getting the ultimate one.
Yeah, and I put the package inside out.
Yeah, that's what I figured, because I've got the regular one. It doesn't have that on the inside.
Inside.
Yeah.
And I thought I was getting grief cargo from Amazon when I opened the box.
Amazon gave you grief.
Yeah. Is this guy? Well, sort of. It's an upgrade because I wanted Moff Gideon more, and he was not scheduled to be here till like May.
You know what's funny is that somebody's probably expecting Moff Gideon, and they're going to get grief cargo.
I was talking about that with somebody earlier. I was like, somebody's pissed right now, but I'm not. And I ordered Grief again, and he's supposed to be here Saturday, so that's way better than May. So I'm not mad. They did that to me with some headphones I ordered. They gave me the wrong headphones, but they were Beats, so I was like, upgrade. And I never told them that they did that by accident. But anyway,
they don't have any money.
Yeah, I'm still a good person. Somebody's judging me right now in the comments. But I did decide to pick up the Scientist. What are they called? They don't put it on the packaging. They're called Brawler class. But he's way bigger than the other Fortnite people. And I actually like this week. It's not as horrible posing as I thought it would be looking at it. But, and it has a working rocket launcher. And you can take the ammo cartridge off of this machine gun. So,
are you going to return him?
Huh?
You got them all packed up. Are you going to return him?
No, I took it to work and then put them back in the box to bring it back home.
Oh.
I just happened to open them off because he was easier. The only thing I'm not liking about him, and I'm debating, is did he wear this cape all the time on the show?
Not all the time.
I think 90% of the time.
Like,
I did hit up the customizer that did the cape the cape for the Mandalorian that I've got. She said she's working on a Gideon cape as well, so I'll keep you posted.
The way, well, that little square peg, if they made a like the top part hard and the cape part soft, I think it would work pretty well.
Giggity.
Like, if you just like glued the fabric over a hard piece of plastic, I think it would work pretty awesome.
I mean, my only main problem is it staying in there. They should have made it have like a little ridges on the edge to stay plugged in. But his face looks better in person than it does in the pictures. He still looks old and pissed.
I mean,
this guy, he's been intimidating since the first movie I ever seen him in, which was School Days. And
He was
I was
in
just
that.
thinking about earlier that movie and a ton of other movies from. If you were back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s watching the movies, being a virgin was like the worst thing in the world. I was watching that movie at like 11, 12 years old. I'm like, oh, I'm a virgin. And now I was supposed to be a freaking virgin at 11.
The hell's
But
going on?
even Disney movies, they're like going on and on with, like, what's that movie, Hocus Pocus? That was one of the main things in that. Like, holy crap. But anyhow, that's that. ExtraZero, how was your day or week?
my week, is uneventful. Next week is my birthday week, so I'm taking a short week, so 4-day week, taking Friday off.
They had me work up to my birthday.
What's that, Dave?
They had me working on my birthday, which was Sunday, by the way, folks.
You have to intervene with that, Dave.
Happy birthday.
Do we all have birthdays right together? Because mine's next week, too.
Yeah, mine
This
is.
is the dawning of the podcast Aquarius.
Mine is next month. Pisces.
Why are all of our birthdays within 2 months of each other?
I don't know.
Because 9 months ago was really romantic.
Must
I
have
think
been.
Or full of shame.
Nightwing says old man zero. I think I'm the youngest one on this show.
Yeah, I think you are.
You might be.
Yeah. But I had an awesome week collecting wise. So I think we've all heard the story about how we made the Grimlock happen. I think I'm the only one of us three that's keeping this guy in his dinosaur mode because it's so fucking awesome. And I do like how this displays with Wheelie. Everything that Matt said, this is a Grimlock that you'd want. This is everything you'd want in a Grimlock. I just wish he came with the sword. And I wish, as much as I like Wheelie, I wish that Wheelie got a core class release in Kingdom and was compatible. I wish we didn't have Studio Series or Kingdom. I just wish we had Generations, and I wish that they, did little things like that. I wish that we got a sword instead, and then we got a transformable Wheelie. Because, hey, it could happen, and honestly, if you take Wheelie and you put Rat Trap in a similar pose, come on, folks. They are about.
It could be worse. They could have had Wheelie turn into Grimlock's sword.
They could have had him turn on the sword. That would have been abysmal. But look, if you put Rat Trap on there, he's about the same size. I really wish that we got a. And I don't hate on the Wheelie at all. I think it's like, okay, cool. I have a nice little chug scale Wheelie, but I wish he would have transformed.
Titans Return.
Yes, you could take the Titans Return one. And next up, we've got the case of the pre-orders I forgot about. I got the Shattered Glass Ratchet and Optimus Prime. They're okay. I love this mold. I won't turn it down. The Ratchet, I don't know what I'm gonna do with him so much. I guess I'll just put him with the Decepticons, even though he's a Shattered Glass Autobot. But the Prime is very interesting. The matrix that's in here, I'm going to have to use a spudger to get that out because I clipped my fingernails. The matrix is really weird. They made it purple. But what's interesting about it is, let me see if I can show this off on camera. This is just a translucent. Oh, shit. Let me see if I can get this off the carpet.
That might be a future gift.
I found it. So what they did was they took a translucent yellow piece of plastic, but what's interesting about this is that it actually appears to be glowing when you're looking at it from the front. It has like a yellow outline, which when he holds it actually looks really, really cool.
Have they ever shown Shattered Glass Unicron?
Shattered Glass Unicron? I don't think they've ever. I don't recall. I don't think he's ever been part of that storyline.
Because he would be nice.
I think they did do a Shattered Glass unit. I don't think they made a figure, but I think he does have one. Let me do some research on that.
Next up, in the case of pre-orders that shipped too soon, these guys weren't supposed to be here until March, and this is the Punch Counter Punch and Barricade, which is the Earth mode for Barricade from Generation Selects. The Punch Counter Punch I like a lot in person. I have the one from the Titans Return. Oh, he's backwards. So I think this one works way better as the Autobot, and this one works way better as the Decepticon. So happy to have two of them. The Barricade is just plain awesome. Like, he looks so much better than the Siege version. It's not even funny. The Siege mold for the Datsuns, or the Cybertronian Datsuns, has not aged well at all. But this just looks leaps and bounds better. Takara Tomy, come on, give us a masterpiece Barricade. You know you want to milk the Datsun mold. Give us a masterpiece Barricade. Next up, I got, thanks to Crazy Legs on TFW 2005, on the sightings forum, he said the Walmart that is minutes from my house had these two. And I showed up there, and there were two Jazzes and one Blur. And I picked up a Jazz and a Blur, and that's where Matt missed out on the Jazz. These two awesome figures. I really like Blur having him in hand. I don't, and check out T-Man's review. I don't know why they included the welding weapon on him. I keep it tucked in his back. Jazz is really awesome. I wish that they took my suggestion on hands. Thanks, T, for giving me that shout out. But otherwise, they're really good representations. Neck articulation aside on Blur, and wrist articulation aside on Jazz. And then I also, on Sunday, I went to the Target near me. Dude on the DMV Action Figure Society posted that they found Vern and Rat King, and Phil, thank you so much for helping me get these two. And then while I was there, I had a lapse in judgment, and I got Granitor and Trag. So now the only Toon Turtles I'm missing are the Triceratons, and I can kind of restrain on those. But after seeing these guys in person, I was like, I will get them. I'll get them, and I'm pretty happy with them. I had to do a lot. Might as well, huh? Yeah. And last, and it's been, like I said, it's been a good week for a haul for me. I got, thanks to Agabus, I got my trailer in, and this one has been 3 years in the making. I finally have my combined masterpiece, Menasor. Folks, you don't need that add-on kit. You really don't. I think this looks fine combined up. I actually have an issue with this. And again, if you're outside of Nate, if you want to do business with another shop, Agabus is very awesome. Hanny is helping me out because I have an issue with the leg of this guy, where the pin was kind of like malformed in here, so I need to get a replacement piece.
Do you absolutely need Motormaster?
You do need Motormaster because he forms the backpack. So if you don't have Motormaster in here, he's going to be off weight, and everything in here is going to be hollow. You see, I guess you don't absolutely need him, but in order for him to have a good center of gravity, you do need him. So, Sportimus, this is the worst transformation I have ever encountered in my entire life. I'm not even kidding. And
you never transformed the Fans Project one.
No, I never transformed the Fans Project one, but I'm just saying that this is the worst that I've ever personally encountered. And I have the Generation Toy Devastator. As you can see here, the pieces are coming apart. The biggest problem with this is that it's X-Transbots plastic, and this thing is just made up of panels and pins and hinges, and there's really like no good way to transform it. There's really no good way to pick it up. There's really no good way to handle this. And as far as stability goes, he's stable. Like I can stand him up just fine, but he's very back heavy. And the way that they did the hinges on the feet, I just don't trust it. Like, here he is, he's standing, but I really don't trust it. So on a shelf, I've got him like where he's got his weight braced against the back. Nightwingham says, Zero, will he transform into trash? I mean, technically, if you manhandle him enough, he will. And Nate, yes. So the thing is like I got this for my combined one because the Fans Toys one is just that the individual robots are so good. I want them for my individual robots. So, you know. Yeah.
Well, the rest of it, the main robots were like budget figures, so I guess that's still fitting into their budget that they're going with, even though they charge more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was a solid 8.4 on the Womack scale.
But yeah, that was a good haul over the week. Hopefully I get some cool stuff for my birthday. Yeah, I guess I don't know. We haven't quite hit 30, but do we want to go ahead and give away this Primal? Have you been recording, Joe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got everybody down. Let me just do a quick scan through the chat. If anyone has not chatted yet and they want a Primal, chat now. If you're in the United States
or forever
North America, I think I've got everybody.
We're getting some clicky feedback from somebody's
phone.
Do I have toy? Yeah, I do have toy. Yeah, I think we're good. So we gonna do a. All right, this is a Primal giveaway.
I think Nate, we will start next week. Cause I'm gonna do a video that I'll put tomorrow to go over the details of the hoodie. So we gotta hype those. We gotta hype the giveaways.
And how do you do the?
There should be an option.
How do you do the elimination?
A toggle.
Where is that?
Which one are you doing?
Wheel of Decide. I got the list. I got default colors. Oh, remove choice after it's landed on. There we go. 5-second spin or shorter since we're doing elimination.
Oh no, we want 15 seconds. I want 15.
Okay.
Build up
What do you
that
think?
tension, son.
How about
2 seconds.
2 seconds? Sounds
A
good.
little bit of foreplay. Come on.
Nah.
All right.
We already.
And T-Man, I think we're figuring out why you're single.
And then make
Already-
Joe always win. All right, got that. And I think we're good. So share.
I'm single because I want to be. It's fun.
He's single because he wants to mingle.
And I can play with toy.
All right. You
All
all
right,
set?
are we ready? Let's hype.
If you guys want to take a look at the wheel here and make sure we got everybody's name in there.
I
If
don't.
anybody,
Like you do.
leave it on there for a second. If anybody doesn't see their name, chime in real quick, and we'll add you. You've got about 10
Don't
seconds to hold thy peace.
T-Man 978. I don't see.
Yeah, T wants that rare chase variant you've got there with the different color.
I'm muted, and that's not me with the click.
Let me check if it's me.
Here, let's see.
Might have been me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was. All right, let's go. We good?
Yep.
I think they've had time to speak, so let's
right.
do it.
Here we go. First spin. Sorry, Jonathan Walker, you have been eliminated.
Fatality.
I've always wanted to do this. And Hero 702, you are out of the game. I'm sorry. Next on the win, we have. Oh, Brad Harper. Sorry, but thank you for playing. We appreciate.
Move this man!
No effort. You are out.
No.
Pop them truck toys. You have.
Did I get that right? That doesn't sound right.
I don't know, but I can't even think of a joke of that one.
Are you just adding names that you just make shit up? Or
Aquateki. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe.
I think it's supposed to be pop the trunk, and I just can't.
Dun, 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 dun. And the Toy Mafia. They're coming after you, Joe. Mark 44 Prime. Dude.
Good feeling. I think it's going to be Winston.
Bro hug, Mark 44. Next
See, if it's Winston, I don't have to pay for shipping.
30. Karma, man.
Eliminate TM.
Damn.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, we're Microsoft people here.
Oh, Winston.
Oh, you had to hype him up. Now he feels like crap because of you.
Sorry, Winston.
Had to hype him up.
This is getting exciting. This is.
Night Wingham's out.
Oh man,
He's already gone.
what do you guys think here? We're down to Chris Barnes, Jose Cortez, John Ballard. I can't even make out the other one. Who is that other one? I can't see. All right, let's see who it is here. John. Sportimus is still in there.
Yeah.
So it's down
stop
between
saying people's
Sportimus,
names.
Jose, and Chris.
Every time I say somebody's name, they lose.
I'm gonna put. Let's take a bet here. Like 10,000 Doge coins on Sportimus.
Do you have that many to give away?
Not
Too
anymore.
bad we didn't confirm that bet.
Damn it!
I didn't say it.
All right, here we go. Who's it gonna be?
Dun, 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 dun.
Jose Cortez is the last man standing.
So, Jose, get in touch with us, and I will. I've got this guy ready to ship. So all I need is your info as I drop him.
Just go ahead and hit us up on
It's no longer mint in box.
DM on
Yeah.
Instagram or however you want to.
You know what that means?
TM was gonna re-gift. So good
Yeah.
thing
Yes
he
way,
did.
Jose.
Yeah, TM reviews. He would have had a giveaway. He's like, "Hey guys, get this Optimus Primal."
The runner-up and the second runner-up both get 356 figure action points to spend however you choose.
Can you spend it on Joe Coin?
You
That's up to Joe.
could.
You can convert those into Joe Coin, but there is a transaction fee. So take that for what it is.
What's
Jose
the
Cortez, thank you for playing on the
It's
podcast giveaway.
It's a minimal transaction.
is it monetary, or do they have to like?
Yeah, it's monetary. Yes.
They don't have to do things, do they?
I mean, I'm open to alternatives.
Lots of stuff.
Well, speaking of being open, the HasLab Kickstarter has opened up some information about the Unicron that will be coming out in the very, very near future. So there was a 5th update to production. The new update has some info on the injection molding process. Showing
Are there children making these things?
No, they're startlingly, they all look like adults.
I get a very sweatshoppy vibe from these photos.
Jokes aside, though, I thought it was interesting to watch the process. So anybody that hasn't seen, go find this video. It's in the update video for Unicron, and they have a lot of snippets of the production process. And I've never seen it before, so I thought it was pretty cool watching the machinery and watching how they paint each individual part. I thought it was cool, just for the educational value.
I think this one might be special though, because I don't think they sit there and hand paint that stuff.
I like to believe that they do, so don't burst my fucking
I think that
bubble.
they probably do. I think this is probably closer to how toys used to be made like 10 years ago versus how it is now. Because you get into the photos here, and they actually have people. Now, granted, in Hasbro's defense, they are getting better, but I felt throughout Titans Returns, like, when the advent of clip-on wheels and that sort of stuff, the mushroom pegs, it seems like these toys go together closer to like the assembly of Legos than traditional toys did.
That picture right there, China confirmed with them long ass fingernails.
Yeah.
I think our money is going to pay these people more than Sweatshop, because they're wearing clean shirts and everything.
Yeah. And to Buddha's comment, it's pretty wild how much manual labor is involved in making one. I agree, but I think like the thing is, it's like, with the cost of this thing, I really hope.
Look how happy they are. They have clean clothes and everything.
You know what?
This is kind of interesting. They go over like the tampographs and just how the eyes are being tampographed. I'm like, what's the benefit to a tampograph here when it's just, again, it's a thin coat of green over the eyes.
That's how they just colored the plastic. I don't know.
I look at that Unicron, that one picture like of the chest. All I'm thinking is, some customizer is gonna fucking panel line that thing, and it's gonna take him like a month, but it's gonna look amazing.
Yeah, look, they got these kids operating like tools and everything.
Heavy machinery.
Yeah, die punches.
It's just, it was cool. Like the conveyor belt where they do their part and then set it back on the square, and it goes to the next person. they should think about making cars like that.
Yeah. This is for this
How about,
film right now. After they finish filming,
they should be making.
They filmed this, they got mean.
I think this is exactly how a Tesla is made.
Okay, you guys are talking car. I want something in high demand that's rare. I want Cobra Vipers made like that.
They do, but they stopped after 6 or 7. They made a few and they're done. They walked away.
They're on the aquatic ocean floor mission.
That's a lot of Unicron hips. I'm curious if the spikes are going to be like a softer rubber or not, the way they're sitting in there.
Yeah, I was going to say they look like it would be very easy to break off during that, like going down the assembly line and everything.
Now, did you guys see it like this those right here, where they were packing it for the bot, like when they were transforming it?
They are not apart.
They were not gentle with this thing when you watch the video, like, you know, transforming it. So it looks like it's made fairly well. Either that or all of them are going to be fucking broken.
I mean, it looks like thick plastic, which
yeah. Very robust. And then they're all packaged in planet mode, which is, you know, makes sense.
Yeah, but how strong can these little kids be?
Really strong.
Toy Mafia says them kids better get.
These things are going to be just covered in Corona. Okay, they are not 6 feet apart.
Well, China's back to normal for the most part.
And that's how this problem started to begin with.
This show is getting a very Archie Bunker vibe. Just throwing it out there.
Shut up, meathead.
Just throwing that out there.
What was interesting is that they in the in the Kickstarter update, they stated that the packaging was still being developed, but I mean, from what we've seen, the packaging is developed. The only thing that has me concerned is they're saying that these are going to start shipping out in late March, meaning those of us that backed it are going to have it in April. But what bothers me is that, and again, like, independent retailers really helped make this project happen, because let's face it, this had problems getting funded. It really did. As much as we're excited about it, as much as we love the character and Transformers, this had a lot of problems getting funded. It got extended. It was down to the wire. And honestly, I think it was the online retailers that got it backed. But that said, I think that the individual backers should be the ones to get it first. It really seems like we're going to see the likes of like Entertainment Earth, not Entertainment Earth so much as Robot Kingdom and other retailers get their shipments in ahead of the individual people. And I can wait on this. I think we've waited long enough, but I still think it sets a little bit of a bad precedent. What do you guys think?
I'm not in a big hurry to review this thing. I don't even know how I'm going to fit it on my desk and transform it. So whenever I get it, I get it. Will it even fit in the front door?
It should.
It sounds like they might be putting a box on top of that box, maybe.
I think I'm going to have to get mine in through the sliding glass door downstairs.
I'm hoping they put a box on top of that box, because everybody will see, hey, HasLab Unicron.
I don't think anybody's going to be like stealing it that way. Now, they do say that a signature is required.
Yeah.
For the delivery.
The day off.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting that they're doing that. It makes me wonder about the Sentinel, because I think the Sentinel would come in a smaller box.
Yeah, his should be easier. It's like the size of one of the Titan class figures.
Yeah. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. And Nightwing, yes, I have been transparent about that purchase.
Next.
Until I see the Sentinel, I'm next. Yeah, next.
Yeah. Next up, this one actually, we talked about it briefly last week, and I think this one is a missed opportunity. So last week we saw the tease of the Super 7 Ultimates Transformers, and shortly after our show wrapped last week, we got a really good look at what's coming. I think these are an incredibly missed opportunity, because we've got 2 Action Master designs and 2 G1 designs. In my personal opinion, Super 7 should have been going all in on Action Master homages and capturing that market.
I can see that. I could totally see that.
So I'm going to go with whatever you want it, because I don't have any interest in it. They look barely articulated at all. Optimus, those legs can't move at the hips.
So if you look at some of the pictures here, like we'll look at like Bonsaitron first. Like Bonsaitron and Bombshell are the most interesting of the four. You get alternate hands. You get the Action Master. What were the Action Master drones called? Maybe I can.
Action Master drones.
But it looks like they do have the hip articulation. At least like the Action Master homages do. I mean, the biggest problem is that they're showing these off in such static poses.
Well, I mean, is that still just a render?
This looks like a render. This looks like, well, maybe that is a render.
With elbows and
yeah,
No bicep swivel. It looks like no outward movement on the
no
shoulder.
butterfly,
No waist rotation on him.
no ab crunch.
yeah. Sportimus says these are 50 each. No thanks. I mean,
55.
they're. What'd you say, T?
55.
55. Yeah. I mean, like their Turtles figures are definitely interesting. Yeah, they're very heavily toy homage figures, but they have modern articulation. So for them to not show off what these have, if they even do, it's a bit disappointing.
I hate to say. I mean, okay, for that price, $55, I could buy the Flame Toys model. It'll be 3 times as articulated.
How tall are they?
I'm guessing they're probably 7-inch figures, if I had to guess.
If they were bigger than the Turtles, it would explain them not having articulation.
What Brad Harper here, though, said, I kind of agree with him, at least on the Prime, that at least the Optimus comes with accessories you don't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
With the surfboard and the basketball, like kind of like one-off cool. So I don't know. I feel like I don't want this. This is not for me. I'm not trying to convince anybody, but at least they went different direction with some of the stuff here.
Yeah.
But my only question is, what the hell is that underneath his axe?
That looks like
an effect.
Yeah.
Is that the Energon bindings from one of the episodes when he was captured? Like when they had the glowing Energon ropes around them?
That's what it looks like.
That's what I'm going to say it is.
It's interesting, too, that he comes with a Matrix, but it doesn't look like he can store it in his chest at all.
Compute quickly, Spike.
I mean, look, there is definitely no wasteful. I mean, I didn't buy the red, but that red looks more articulated than that thing.
Yeah.
The red is a masterpiece compared to what I'm looking at.
And the fact that these guys are now getting the Godzilla franchise off NECA actually really makes me worried.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like Super 7 is capable of doing really good things. It's just, I think these are a really missed opportunity. Lowell Martin says, I don't understand the price point of these. Looks better than the red line, though. It's just like, for me, it's like with the price point, you know, if Flames Toys does more G1 model kits, that to me seems like the logical spot to go.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, wait, I did.
You did say it.
The accessories are more interesting than red, but nothing else looks better than the red to me.
That's the thing with the Turtles or Thundercats. It's like you don't have other options really. You Turtles, you do a little bit, but not like Transformers. Transformers, you have fucking infinite options on what you can get at all different price points. So where does this live?
Right, and that's like kind of like what I was saying about you know, the doing updates to the Action Masters. I think if they went all in on the Action Master motif, kind of like how with Turtles they've gone in on like the Playmates Toys designs, they would have found an audience, because there are a lot of people that hadn't grew up with the Action Masters, and it's like, okay, well, I can display these alongside my MPs as like my MP Action Masters, as crazy as that might sound. 30 saying that Pixel Dan and who else was it? Pixel Dan and Brian did an interview, and that a lot of the articulation's hidden. So I'll be.
But they
interested
need to show that. They need like this is the time when they need. If they want orders, you need to put a video out or something if they haven't already, and show us why we should buy this over anything else.
I agree.
But even if it's like incredibly well articulated, it's still the price is way too high, in my opinion. Like, should it be if it was like $30 and it was super well articulated? Does that make it a little bit more attractive?
But with this company, isn't that their base price for everything? Like,
well, I mean,
that how they roll?
Well, maybe it is, but that doesn't mean it's good.
If you look at their 5 POA figures, those are what, 17 to 20 a piece.
But that's not the same line.
No, it is. It's Reaction, but it's still done by Super 7.
But this is not Reaction though. This is their
it's their Ultimates.
Line. Yeah,
but
I think going by that price, they used to be way worth more than that because those things are small and they're $20.
How big are these things?
They're going to be 7-inch.
Like if their company is super small and they need to charge more money, I guess the 55 makes sense because it comes with a bunch of stuff. But from what I'm looking at, the turtles are way superior to this. The turtles look like the old turtles, but with way more articulation. They came with all the accessories painted and separate. Plus, they had all the accessories on a sprue.
Right.
And my only reaction to 30 in this comment is that eating weird shit is how we got into this whole pandemic. So you go fuck yourself, sir.
I will say, look, we're not ultimately like dissing these figures. We're saying that, look, first impressions are a hell of a thing. You only get one, and I just think this is a missed opportunity with not going in on this line seems to have an identity crisis out of the gate with what it wants to be. And 2, if you want to sell this line, you have to show off the articulation.
Right. And
look, his arm moved in this one.
like 30, I'm with him. Like I'm saying, show if that articulation's there, I shouldn't have to go to a YouTuber's channel to go find an interview.
Right.
That should be in the pictures. Like they have an accessory here with the basketball, right? Have him doing a fucking shot, a layup or something,
right.
and have him fully articulated in a pose. Just show it off. You know what I mean?
We know the Flames toy the Flames toy model could actually dunk the basket.
Yes.
Heck, the Rebel Pet could do that.
Especially like when you have Hasbro themselves and they're selling molds like this, and yeah, I know I'm using the Shattered Glass one, but even the Siege mold, like if anybody wanted their nostalgia itch and wanted an Optimus Prime, you can get the Kingdom or Earthrise Prime for less than what the Super 7 one costs and get a transforming figure that is even more articulated than that.
I don't hate Super 7. I really think, like, for example, them doing the reaction figures for these things are freaking cool as hell. In fact, I think the reaction figures should have been also done with a little Target Master stuff. I think that would have hit that nostalgia bone to the freaking T. There is no T in bone. Anyway, but I think this was one of those ideas when they were doing the pitch meeting. It sounded good. It looked good on paper. It's just this execution.
Yeah.
If this gets more than one wave, I will be surprised.
Well, and we've got a lot to talk about with Super 7 in this episode.
Okay, on to the next.
Obviously the title is a dead giveaway, but I just I think that had they gone in on Action Masters with what they're doing with vehicles now, I think it would have been better off for everybody.
And like Jordan said, I hope this line sells because more Transformers things that sell is good for everybody. So by all means, go buy it if you like it.
Yeah, if somebody wants it and they love it, buy it. Me, I'm not getting it, and I won't be eating crow. If you see that in my collection or on my channel, somebody sent it to me for free,
or he stole it from Womack.
I for me, it's going to be a wait and see. And if they do an Action Master Prime homage, Action Master Megatron, I'll probably dip my toes in the water. especially after we see them. But so wait and see. Next up, we get a good in-hands look at the Netflix Cheetor. And I know after seeing the initial shots, a lot of people were saying, I'm going to wait for this one. And I think if you're waiting for this one, I think you're making the right move, because this looks pretty damn good. What do you guys think?
I'm glad I passed on that first one. That looks
good. And I'm not glad that I didn't pass on the first one.
We get a look at the cheetah mode as well.
Yep. I learned my lesson this time.
So
makes me wonder if Dinobot will probably get one too.
I hope Dinobot gets one. I really do. I was watching Actar Rabbit's review. Shout out to him. He actually got a Dinobot from a local, it sounds like a comic shop from his review. But he points out that on the back of the box, it's actually painted a little bit differently, where the stripes on the dinosaur mode were painted a little bit lighter, and it's like they really wasted a lot of the paint apps on that Dinobot, because like you really can't see them outside of like bright light, but they're there. So I really hope he gets a Netflix repaint, because
consider the fact he's in the show and he's prominent in the show, got on the Netflix series. I'm going to pass on a Dinobot if I see him. I'm going to gamble.
For me, it's like a lot of them, a lot of the lesser ones end up becoming death spots for me. So I think like the original Cheetor is just going to end up being a death spot for me, or he's going to wind up in his cheetah mode, because this powdered blue just really doesn't do much for me. And that gold and that metallic blue looks so nice. I just wish that they had painted the shins the metallic blue. And
the thighs.
Yeah, and the thighs. That would have been really nice. So who knows? I'm pretty sure Hasbro's going to milk these things. We'll get the Netflix repaint, and then we'll get some sort of box set with the core Maximals. Who knows? Lowell Martin says, saw the newest wave at a local comic shop here first. So actually, shout out to Jedi Mindset. He alerted us that All Time Toys, which is a really awesome local shop, actually already got the Wave 2 Kingdom figures. But the following day, T actually reached out to All Time, because we were actually trying to figure out whether we should plan a trip there or not, and they had sold out of them already. So, again, it's pretty awesome that local comic shops are getting this stuff ahead of everybody else. Support those guys, and be on the lookout, because it means that they will probably be hitting retail very, very, very soon. We do have another Netflix repaint. This is one that we saw some shots of. Now we get an in-hand look, and that is the Troop Builder Rusticon. So, yeah, I hate this mold, to be honest with you. And this basically looks like a prototype smokescreen. I don't know that I'd be troop building any of these, but I'll probably get one just because it's interesting.
Pass.
And here he is with all the other Cybertronian Dotsons, but Blue Streak. I guess that person doesn't have Blue Streak.
I think the guns should have been painted rusty.
They should have been. Like, there's spots like the back of the doors. I will say, like, the paint deco on this is actually pretty decent. The only thing I wish that they had done a little bit better is, like, the eyes should have been a little bit more purple to give it the Dark Energon look.
This guy looks like you were playing with it, like out in your grandma's house, like in the backyard in her garden or something, and
sandbox.
You forgot it, and you left it there, and then 10 years later, you go back and visit Granny and you dig it up and you unearth it. And you think of all those wonderful memories when you were a kid. And that's what this looks like without the wonderful memories. It does not have any.
And next up, we knew this one was coming. We saw Cheetamus got an early look at this figure. I'm not sure how he got it so early. Probably eBay. Deep cover officially revealed, available for pre-order. We had some professional shots of this figure. It's interesting with this Space Lamborghini that they never figured out how to do the front hinges in one cohesive color.
Wait, you know, the badges look like the Lamborghini logo.
They kind of do.
Yeah, why do they do that?
On
Homages.
purpose. Yeah. You know what? That robot mode, I would call him Pepsi size.
Pepsi size look. I like it.
I mean, the color, it's a good color combo. I'll say
Yeah.
that. It's just that mold has been beaten to death.
It has, and it is $20, and they will still probably get us for Clampdown, since we've got Tiger Tracks, we've got the G2 version already.
Mind you, this is also coming from a guy who would buy 6 Seekers, so I guess I really shouldn't be saying too much. So,
About what, me or you?
Any of us.
I think that's his point.
Yeah.
These bigger pictures on my TV make me want it because of that Pepsi image.
I just like the gloss black and the gloss blue look very good. And I'm very shocked now thinking of it that we never got a masterpiece version of deep cover. You know, you think that Takara Tomy would try and fart out an e-hobby. Yeah, exactly. Stay tuned. And then they'll be like, oh, we're going to do a brand new mold for Sideswipe.
I bet they sound like that too.
I bet they do.
In the boardroom when they're talking about it.
So,
similar to my commenter voice. So,
do what now?
I was waiting
Keenan,
for
losing you.
So, you guys remember this? The Rainmakers.
Mm-hmm.
And they were challenging for some to get for others, like T10978. T, how much you pay for this set?
$23.
You lucky son of a
Somebody
bitch.
else after I put up that video, they were finding them for $17.
Now, while these did go on deep discount for some, for others, they were among the Target exclusives that were impossible to find. Now, we've been talking about how... What's that?
I said, make friends. I've
Yes,
seen
you
you
do.
myself every single time I went to Target for like 4 or 5 months.
Well, you do have to make friends. Back to my Rat King. If it weren't for you, Phil, I would not have this. So thank you, my friend. But again, like with the Skywarp and Thundercracker 2-pack for Earthrise, we're seeing the Rainmakers coming to multiple independent retailers. These guys have been listed at retail at Big Bad Toy Store, TF Stores, Robot Kingdom, Hobbylink Japan, The Chosen Prime, Toy Jojo, Ages 3 and Up, Entertainment Earth, and Dorkside Toys. Every time I see these, I keep saying, do GI Joe, but we can only hope that that will happen, that this is maybe Hasbro saying, look, these Target exclusives, they're kind of problematic. We want to sell them. The secondary market's taking advantage. And if we put these out on online retailers, we're not messing with our Target exclusivity deals. And they're doing it way after the fact. So I hold out hope that one day I will have a trio of Vipers, a trio of what I call specialty Cobra Troopers, and a trio of normal Cobra Troopers. So
I think 1 year must be the limitation on the exclusivity, because the same thing happened with Nintendo and the Amiibo.
yeah. Which next Friday I'll be getting Cat Mario and Cat Peach.
I saw what Nate said near him. They never got there, but like I said, Nate has friends. Yeah. I know he has that in his collection.
You know what I'm actually hoping for is that the Minicon 10-pack, because or not Minicon, Micromaster 10-pack. I held out on that, waiting for a clearance deal, and it never came. So I'm hoping that they come back, because that's literally the only Siege release I do not have.
I think that's the same for me. Oh wait, no. Omega Supreme was Siege, right?
You never got Omega?
No.
I never saw Omega. The only time I ever saw Omega was there was some kind of closeout sale happening in Hasbro in Delaware, and people were buying them all up there.
Well, Nate dropping some important info here. Entertainment Earth just put up Marvel Legends Worthy Cap today. So
yeah, a lot of people had trouble finding him.
Yeah, I saw him twice. I saw him once early on, and I was like, oh, hey, Captain America. Picked him up, and was pleasantly surprised to find Mjolnir in there. And then I saw him like once again. I think I went in the show chat, and I was like, any of you guys have him? And at that point, it was like late in the game. I found him at like the Arundel Mills Walmart, of all places.
I think I saw like 12 or 15 in Randallstown, and I had to go through 10 of them to get one that looked good.
All right, let's get into our one bit of third-party news for the evening. That being from Trans Arts Toys. They're the folks behind the Strange Friend, which is the Transmutate, Skateboard Gorilla, Yellow Leopard, and now they're doing another update to a Transmetal figure that never came out in the U.S. They're Ravage, which there's actually a video review up you can find out there, and I believe the reviewer posted this to Weibo. Some good in-hand shots of this guy.
Ravage Transmetal, because he came straight from Cybertron.
I mean, technically, he's not a Transmetal.
Correct. He came straight from Russia. He was a special agent Ravage.
And actually, if you remember in the show, he never transformed into a beast mode. He only transformed into a cassette.
This is true.
It comes forever.
That
was awesome. I still remember having goosebumps when he turned.
Only one Decepticon survived. That guy's looking pretty good too, I gotta say.
I've always wondered why he has such thick, beefy thighs.
Because they had to reuse the parts of Transmetal Cheetor's character design.
Why does Cheetor have?
Why did Cheetor have such beefy thighs?
Because he was known to save lives.
Yeah, with his thick thighs.
I kind of want this thing.
Yeah, so the Chosen Prime still has this for $74.99.
A couple places do. I checked after you said that. There's a bunch of places that have it at that.
So Cheetor was on. I think again, keep me honest here, folks. But I believe Cheetor was that price, and then when Cheetor came into stock, the price got jacked up to $99.99. So I would recommend getting on the pre-order for this. Also, hey, maybe hit up Nate's Toys and Collectibles and find out if Nate is selling this figure.
Nate, are you selling it?
Toys and Collectibles. Highlight his little quote here real quick.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Nate says only G1 character that was actually in these stores.
That is incorrect, son.
It's false,
well, no, he is correct because
in it.
Well, that's true. You're right, Starscream.
They found the Ark.
Yeah, that's right.
And they found the Ark.
But I guess they just sat there dead. They didn't really do anything.
They were in stasis lock.
Optimus Prime woke up.
For like a second.
Explore.
Yeah.
I had to put him in his place on that.
Yeah. I had a lapse there because I was like thinking he was gonna say Unicron and the Vok because he's a projection. But yeah.
So where does the Russian voice come from for this? Because I know like in in the Transformers movie, they say, "Oh, we studied your internet and all that crap." But this was back in time where there was no Mother Russia, and then Rat Trap had like a wise guy like New Yorker type of.
I mean, technically, the Baroness and Ravage spent time together.
Yeah. And when Ravage probably decided, hey, I'm going to start talking now, he went through his 80s databanks and decided Russian will be good.
So Take says, because he's a bad guy and a spy, he's automatically Russian. I mean...
Oh, oh, man.
And
would you have rather
Putin's going to shut us down.
He already did once. Would you have rather he landed and was like, "What's cracking, little bitches"? Like, is that close to what you? I think I preferred what they went with.
I think they probably were thinking about Black Widow as well, with his 2 guns and him being like a double agent.
Okay, first of all, this was made before Black Widow became anywhere as popular as she is today.
But she was still popular, and he was part of Marvel Comics at one point.
Those guns are magnetic, by the way, for his hips.
Yeah.
In case anybody didn't know.
Oh, that's
actually
cool.
cool.
I appreciate a toy with magnets.
I do too.
Matt, just pre-order this thing.
Was it accurate when he had the reviewer had the guns backwards, had the handles forward? Is that how he did it on the show?
Like a cross draw? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Nah,
I think he did do it like that. He went across his arms.
I don't know why, but when I went to type Beast Wars, my phone autocorrected to breast. It doesn't know me. It doesn't know me.
Sure.
milk does a body good.
That's probably a thing if you're looking.
Oh, that's some fanfic.
The Breastmasters. That's the thing. If you weren't Partsformer, you could have been Breastmaster.
I can change. It's 2021. If you want to change, you can change.
Do you identify as a Breastmaster?
Sometimes, depending on the day.
Well, let's get into our non-Transformers news, and let's talk about one I know T-Man 978 is excited for. This being the GI Joe Fortnite collaboration, Snake Eyes 0 Point Edition. This is up for pre-order. You can go over to Hasbro Pulse. I think he's $40. I pre-ordered one. And I think this is looking pretty good, to quote Larry David. T, what are you thinking on this one?
I pre-ordered it without thinking. So you know
that's saying a lot.
Only thing that I'll add, which isn't accurate to the game, is that hand with the throwing star. He doesn't have any throwing star in the game. But he does come with a sword and a sword sheath in the game. And of course, you can get those weapons. Some of those weapons I have never seen in the game. They're like really exclusive or hard to find. Like it took me forever to figure out who sells the double pistols. And that gun could pretty much kill people with 2 hits. They just explode into blue ooze. But it ain't coming out till next year. And those accessories, I think those actually are Jazzware accessories.
Oh, they are.
Hey, Nate, sorry, unrelated to this, I'm going back. Nate, can you post, did you have that Ravage up for pre-order? Are you doing that? The Transarts? He can't answer me right now, so y'all can keep going.
We need to get him on the show for these things so we can just say I'm buying them or not. But that is the plunger that came with Jonesy. That is the grenade cannon thing that came with oh hell.
What is that noise?
I think that's the
this is the grenade launcher that came with 8-Ball. I mean, I'm looking right.
The harpoon gun came with Fist-Stick.
And as soon as Nate gets off my face, I can hold it up to the camera. Thank you.
And Big and Dave.
Here, hold on, I got it.
Isn't that mixed up?
I'm just saying that's the that same grenade launcher right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, didn't we get a soft confirmation a while back that Jazzwares was going to be collaborating with Hasbro on the weapon designs?
Yeah, and they couldn't tell us what it was, and that was a long ass time ago. So they've been holding this secret for like a year.
Yep, here's the plunger thing.
I think I have that gun too, the submachine gun.
And there's the polka dot grenade.
Oh, Dave, you got everything except for the snake eyes.
Oh, I got 2 snake eyes.
I was gonna say he's got the snake eyes.
I got 2 snake eyes.
Oh, they're showing a grenade belt like that's a whole separate thing.
No, I will say that, and I'm a little irritated that I really like that throwing star hand. I don't want to buy it just for the throwing star hand.
Well, I was gonna say the original preview release came with that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I need that.
He
I
has
have
that, and he has the hand with the little grippy things in the fingers.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Then I have that.
That release spoiled me to the GI Joes. But I heard
heightened expectations.
watching another podcast randomly, these people seem like they had some insider info. They said that Hasbro is forcing all the different lines to be like to have line symmetry because GI Joe, it cost them nothing to put these out because they own the license.
Yeah.
And was Black Series come with literally nothing. They'll have like them and one lightsaber. And the Marvel Legends are already making them look bad. So they purposely make the GI Joe not come with as many accessories as they could, so that they aren't outshining Marvel Legends and Black Series.
They just make less GI Joes.
Yeah, Nate comments, and next year we'll hear Hasbro buys Fortnite from Jazzwares. I wouldn't be surprised, but it would.
They might buy Jazzware.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I hope that they don't. I think Jazzwares honestly is the best value in the toy industry right now. That 3 3/4-inch Halo. So the Warthog for Halo is by far the best value you can get for any toy on the market right now. Period.
Well, to be honest with you, if they released Snake Eyes through their Fortnite, he would have come with all of the accessories for $20.
Right.
Actually, maybe he would have came with 2 less. He wouldn't have came with that hand and maybe one of the other items, because they only come with like 7 or 8 items.
Well, I don't know. They normally come with a few heads.
Some of them. Like, there's certain characters that don't have interchangeable faces.
You know, I mean, obviously Snake Eyes isn't going to have any, but
yeah,
I would think
that
come
with a black visor or the silver visor.
Yeah.
What about a supervisor?
That too. But his articulation would suck. The GI Joe articulation is far superior to everything.
I think the other thing here too is that, like, how many of these accessories can he actually wield? Because I can't see him actually being able to hold any of the grenades.
You can wear that belt and the sword and the sheath and hold 2 guns in his hands.
I'm just worried about those guns stretching out his hand. Well,
they shouldn't. Those things, they're perfectly shaped for everything besides the Fortnite figures.
Yeah.
You could put the grenade on his belt. 2 of the grenades should fit on his belt. But in the game, you don't see that stuff. You don't see anything until he pulls it out. Now, where they did cheap out,
oh yeah,
in the game, he definitely has his little knife on his left leg, and he has his gun minus the scope, minus the silencer.
I'd probably just give him the knife from the first release.
Yeah, this one doesn't have that gun in the holster or anything. I'm shocked they didn't do that because it doesn't match the end game character model without that.
Well, I mean, I do like this. I will say this: I do like this paint job. It's not $40.
Yeah, it's not. I think the $10 extra is the fact that the collaboration part.
Yeah. What T said. I'm probably just going to keep this one, on display in the box. I already have Snake Eyes, and when I find the redeco, I'm going to buy one, just because that whole knife sheath issue really bugs the hell out of me.
Oh, you know what? One thing Hasbro wouldn't have did either is these accessories wouldn't have any paint on them if Hasbro.
True.
The tip of the plunger probably would have been painted red, but that would be as much as you get.
Yes.
Like everything else would have been gray plastic.
But next, Joe don't care about Joe's.
Next up, we got one. We don't normally cover props on here, but we do talk about NECA a lot. And we do talk about Batman a lot. So we're getting a life-sized replica Batarang from the Tim Burton Batman. What do you guys think about this? Because this looks pretty damn awesome.
Outside of lightsabers, I'm not a props guy, but this would tempt me a little, but not enough.
So this appears to be a Walmart exclusive, unfortunately.
Well, the problem is it's NECA, so as soon as you try to fold it or unfold it, it's going to snap in half.
I've heard their props are actually of very good quality.
I think of all the Batman props they could have chose, they should have done the Batman MasterCard.
From Batman Forever. Or not yes. Batman Forever. Batman and Robin. It's funny. I almost put on the docket they are doing a Hot Toys version of the Batman Forever Batman and Robin. So I guess, Val Kilmer and...
why?
I don't know why. Chris, what's his name?
Even George Clooney... No.
I mean, I could see them doing the George Clooney one just because you would want maximum bat nipples. But
yes,
the Batman Forever, I guess the bat nipples did start there.
You know what is crazy? Is that's where, well, no, there were no bat nipples in Batman Forever.
He didn't, I'm pretty sure, didn't his other suit have, that was like the first time we saw the bat nipples? Or was it only the Clooney?
I think it was only the Clooney one. But it was interesting because they introduced Batgirl, and she's the only one to not have bat nipples.
All right.
That was a shame.
Her costume was much warmer.
Hey, I got to cut through these diamonds. I'm hoping the price is right on this one. I mean, NECA normally isn't exorbitantly priced.
All right. So here we go. I was correct. Can I share my screen?
Yes, you can share.
There you go. That is Val Kilmer, and that right there is a bat nipple.
The question I have to ask is, will Val Kilmer still fit in that suit?
No. No. Have you seen Val Kilmer lately?
That's why I'm asking. Yes.
Yeah. Wait, I have the perfect meme for this.
Usually when you have the perfect meme, you're supposed to have it queued up and then say have the perfect meme, and then you have
he's letting the suspense build up.
Hey guys, remember when I was Batman?
Yes, but then you became Knight Rider.
And then he also he really got into the Christian Science readings rooms. But that's a story for another day.
I don't think we can't make fun of him because didn't he get fat because he had like some kind of medical issue or something?
Yeah. No.
Or I don't think it was ice cream.
No, I know he had like a throat cancer, but like he just really got into Christian Science and let himself go, and then he got sick.
Oh, okay.
Where was he right there?
He was actually at a book signing, from what I understand. At any rate, let's get back to this. The features of this Batarang, because it actually has. Yes, it has a magnetic extending folding feature. So we'll see. I mean, like the packaging on this looks kind of cheap. You know, you can see the tape right there. It looks like it's probably close to being ready to go. It's only got one paint detail there.
Val Kilmer's had
The stand looks really cheap and
He's
shitty.
had two geometries, and now has to go through a feeding tube.
That stand looks like total injection molded thin plastic from like a action figure box. You know? Like the same plastic your action figure comes packaged with.
So don't be rough when you open the package.
I expect this thing to be like $20, to be honest. Like there is the $20 Batman.
I expect me to be happy to see when people are posting pictures of it.
T, are you ever gonna review Figuarts Batman?
I want somebody to go on a rooftop, maybe in Baltimore. T, listen, and try to see if this Batarang actually you throw it and see if it comes back to you. Make sure there's a huge crowd of people underneath.
I don't think they ever came back to him.
Hey, look at that. They were very detailed on that bat crotch.
Pake, you can next tell you when we have you on the show, you can talk about it all you want. You can have screenshots. You can have in-depth analysis.
We got to line up our guests for 2021. We got to get. I know Deluxe is ready to come back on for an episode, and then we got to get Pake. So
I didn't know you mentioned the crotch. I'm like, that is so detailed. I could see everything in there.
I could have lived without an entire sentence, T-Man.
Can we zoom in on the crotch?
Mezco figures.
Now we can't zoom in on the crotch.
I'm thankful.
There's another sentence that.
Well, speaking of Batmen. This went up for pre-order today. This is a figure we've talked about before. We didn't know this was a Target exclusive, but the masked variant of Batman Beyond is a Target exclusive.
Masked variant and Batarang variant.
Not only does it have the accurate Batarang, Target is limiting this. Like they're actually taking some steps against scalpers, and it is a 1 per customer pre-order.
I got mine.
Oh, you know what? I think Todd did warn us. He said that
are you putting it on screen?
You build the figures one at a time, and then 2 months from now, the next one.
Let me go ahead and I thought I had shared, so let me go back. Yeah, so here we go. This is $24.99. You get the this is part of the Batman Futures End Build-A-Figure wave. Which, is that whole wave considered to be a Target exclusive?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like one figure out per quarter, it seems.
Yeah.
And he is currently sold out on the Target website.
Yeah. So for me, I don't want the masked variant. I don't intend on building the figure, so I'm just going to get the regular release because I also inaccurate Batarang be damned. I care more about the stand and the effects pieces.
I like both.
We're gonna get both.
I said you were going to get both.
To be fair, both of you guys, no pun intended, will probably build the Build-A-Figure. I also like the fact that you get 2 Batarangs. So if you get both, you can give 1 Batarang to the masked variant and another Batarang to the unmasked variant. And then you don't have to worry about the shit.
Evil.
What's that, T?
I said that is super evil.
It is pretty evil. Though I guarantee we'll walk into a Target and we'll find one of the Batarangs missing.
Or switched.
Or switched.
I don't know if the Deathloop ones has those alternate hands or not.
I think it does have some alternate hands. I didn't know this one did, so I'm happy with this right now.
Yeah.
I only pre-ordered this one so far.
That's the only one's been up for pre-order.
I could have swore there was a link to the other one in our chat.
I don't think it's up for pre-order.
No. My eyes are drying out.
You've been playing too much PlayStation.
Yeah.
Or not enough sleep.
From playing too much PlayStation.
What's the guy on My Hero that erases quirks? Eraserhead. That's what I feel like right now.
Mr. Aizawa.
We'll get into some Marvel stuff, hopefully to perk you back up. T, I know you like some of your Mezco. What do you think of this Mezco Morbius here?
Did this just get announced?
Yep.
Yes, it did.
I'm probably
70s porn star.
I like his face better than either one of the Marvel Legends.
The face sculpt is great. It's just the onesie is.
There's some stripper vibes going on with this figure.
I think the photographer did an awesome job to hide a lot of that.
Now, Peg, you don't believe that. You're just being. You just say
Boo,
things. You just say
boo.
things.
Kick him out.
Yeah.
MHA.
Next thing you know, he's going to be like, I've heard what makes you cheer. Your boos mean nothing to me.
To me, yeah. That's one of my favorite quotes from that show.
Mezco Reeves Superman is charging a ship. Oh, wait.
Yes, I got that email today.
I thought that was something on Morbius. Now, see, here, this is like one of the money shots.
Is he exclusive?
I don't believe he is.
Yeah.
Here he's locked and loaded.
I might get this one. I actually like the way this looks.
You know what?
He is not exclusive, and he's $85.
Yeah. I don't know if Morbius ever had a belt, but I feel like a belt or at least a separation between like a top and you know.
Well, that was the problem they had when they did that Iron Fist. He looked like he was just running around in his pajamas.
Right. They might change it if we bitch enough. I think that Green Lantern kind of looked like that as well.
Yeah. No, that's the thing is Morbius typically had a red belt. If he had the red belt, I think that would really.
Yep.
It's not in the accessories. Go to the accessories shot. Usually they show everything that comes with it.
Here, we'll go down here.
Nope.
I wonder how do you think that top part is like affixed to his chest? Because that seems like that would be crazy articulating him, and it's open like that.
I'm wondering if that collar piece is firm, is sturdy, and it holds the rest of the shape of the fabric.
T, are you hoping to be able to peel that back and get a little extra, peek of what's going on underneath there?
A little extra articulation.
I want it to not fall off while I'm moving it.
Yeah, I'm looking up all these pictures of Morbius. He does have some kind of red belt or some kind of red on his hips.
Yeah,
and then he's got like wings underneath his arms to kind of connect things as well, or his cape.
Now, like a trip, there's nothing. Well, he does appear to have it like right here. If you look at his left arm, you can kind of see like the back part of the the excess fabric here seems to form that red.
But he needs the red belt.
Yes, I mean that's nothing like a trip to Michael's couldn't fix. But it's if you're paying a premium for a premium figure, you shouldn't have to do it.
I know it has that suitcase with all the stuff in it, but for Mezco, this is really light on the accessories.
Does it light up?
Now, I don't know if are all those accessories in the suitcase individual pieces, or are they just a tray?
Knowing Mezco, they're probably individual pieces.
Yeah. Well, we know all the weapons here are individual pieces. We've seen the pictures of him holding like the dagger, the gun, the hammer. So I would assume. Okay, so it specifies here that the test tube mixer, the computer are non-removable, but all of this stuff here, serum gun, stakes, hammer, dagger, foldable microscope, hematology analyzer, beaker, test tube, these things all appear to be removable.
I honestly, I would have preferred just a red belt and not all that gear. I would prefer a red belt and maybe like blood effects coming for his claws.
The gear and the belt. How about that? Oh, I see the cape. He does have a little cape.
Yeah.
But the red belt definitely.
It seemed like they went out of their way to hide the cape. Is something wrong with it?
I just think it probably doesn't photograph well, because if you look at this picture here, like, you can kind of see little bits of it. I think it probably just doesn't hang low enough unless he's in a relaxed pose.
Those face sculpts though are gorgeous.
Yeah. That I think I don't think that there's a bad looking face sculpt at all with this set.
Yeah, I would have lost the case, given him a red belt, and maybe some blood effects.
30 says 85 is cheap from Mezco. Don't expect too much. I don't know. I think even if it's cheap from Mezco, like, what was Blade?
Yeah, 80.
Yeah, because I think Blade really set the bar for Mezco, in my personal opinion. And I don't own the figure. I've only messed with tees, but I feel like the amount of accessories you got with that Blade were off the charts.
Magneto came with nothing.
Yeah.
And he was $80 too.
Nate says it better be better than what they did with John Wick. I think the other issue with John Wick was the sculpt.
Yeah. Everybody's complaining about the single during the day.
All right, let's get into another Marvel piece here. We're going to talk about the pre-order that just went live for Maestro.
Take it away, Dave.
I'm getting them. I actually got it. Well, I put them on order on BBTS, but I mean, this is the Hulk from the Future Imperfect line, though this is, I think, pulled from the Exiles version of him. It's a version of Bruce Banner who ended up surviving a whole lot of hell, pretty much ended up taking over the world. It's from the Future Imperfect. He first showed up in Future Imperfect, and I mean, I love this Hulk mold in general.
Looks like there's some airbrushing on here. It's very rare anymore that Hasbro does airbrushing.
Well, that's the display picture. That doesn't always.
Oh, Nate's calling you out, Dave.
Nate, put me. We'll talk. We'll text later. Okay, I'll get you on there. It's just BBTS. It's like my go-to to hold something.
Safety pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
Build a figure Smart Hulk had like hair all over the body painted on. They're starting to put that brushing on stuff.
But I am a sucker for this Hulk mold. It's really good.
I'm a skip. I have
He had a non-flowing hair alternate head.
Yeah, I think he's a little.
The Toy Biz version of this guy in the basement somewhere.
I think he's a little light on the accessories. I think they really could have tossed in another head, like they could have done like the.
With these big guys, all they ever give them is extra hands, and you're lucky.
Yeah, Apocalypse came with two heads and a skull. 2 heads, 2 hands, and a skull.
None of them matching what Krang came with for $35.
No, like that Krang is it's a whole nother level.
3 figures basically, and all of those weapons that actually have functionality.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, how can they afford to make it this cheap?
Yeah, and I think that Krang is the best NECA turtle figure that they've come out with, other than, god damn, I wish I had Toka and Razor. Super Shredder's good. Raph and Casey are really, really good.
I like Baxter Stockman.
Yeah, that Baxter and Splinter set, like, I even put the rug down in my display. I'm like, that Metalhead's amazing too. Metalhead's a really good one. But Krang is just a whole nother level.
But Maestro, he's cool. Everybody wants him. Next picture.
Hey, not everybody wants him. I'm a pass on this one.
Yeah, I'm passing to you.
All right. Next up, a little brief snippet before we get into our final little bit of news. This is one we've been saying, hey, I hope they get the license for. And even though we were kind of critical on their Transformers, we know their Thundercats are good. We know their Turtles are good. Super 7 officially has announced their license for Silverhawks. First things they're showing off are drinkware, a pennant for a Hawkhaven, and a T-shirt. Hey, I definitely probably will get a Silverhawks T-shirt.
Where's my Netflix reboot? I would be all over that. Like, that's what I want.
But I might dip my toes into this one because, like, as a kid, I have very fond memories of the Silverhawks action figures. I have a lot of memories of going into Lionel Kitty City, if anybody remembers that toy store, and getting my Silverhawks figures there. The villain
down by the time you were old enough. To do that.
Nope. They hung around until 93, if I remember correctly, because it was like the Super Soakers had come out, and at least the one by me. I remember it was like 93 when they were having their going out of business sale.
Damn.
And yeah,
they were hardcore closed in Baltimore. You know what messed me up? Where I thought it was crazy when I found out that everything that's not flesh is basically robotic. So I was like, why are they so buff if it's just a robot body?
aesthetics. Like the Robot Chicken Silverhawk sketch where the oh God, what was her name? She goes out on like a date with a dude and she just like wants to be hit with a hammer.
Yeah, I forgot all that.
I don't remember Silverhawks.
They had one season, 1 year, and it disappeared from the face of the earth.
I dug it though. I mean,
I do remember
it was really cool.
Lady Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, very creative, very good character design, very original villain design.
Cool
I mean,
intro.
it was basically it had the exact same pattern as Thundercats, where the villain would power himself up to go into battle with doing the whole incantation and all that. But the whole thing was done in space, and they could fly in space. Yeah. And physics be damned, because physics did not exist in this show.
And they were a little bit racist because they named the black guy Hot Wing.
What? They had a black guy?
Yeah. And they named him Hot Wing.
I don't remember it. I remember liking Tally-Ho. Wasn't that his name? The little bird. That
I like the Copper Kid.
But the toys I didn't like the way they.
The villains were like the real star of the show, I think.
I don't remember nothing. I'm gonna have to search to figure out how to watch.
Oh yeah, I remember Hot Wing now. He was gold plated.
Yeah. Like I said, they're a little bit racist.
No, he was fine.
No, if his name was Chicken Wing.
Archie.
All right, let's get into our last bit of news. We're going to talk about the big one that Super 7 has revealed, and we get some good shots of this. Now, in the opening of the show, we had the price for this thing. It is $500 US. Kev says the black guy had the power of the sun. We get
we can't say anything bad. One thing I think is goofy about these pictures is Mumra's just hanging out like
like he's just like, hey, I'm one of the guys.
Loves this tank.
I can fit in this.
Hello, fellow Thundercats.
So Pig says, I don't remember having the
This is a
band.
pretty good deal considering it comes with all those figures.
No, it doesn't.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
You
Now,
have to buy that and the figures if you're.
I'm
like
only
us.
buying one of these then.
yeah. So this is a 7-inch scale vehicle. It is 27 inches long and 17 inches wide. It can fit up to 6 Thundercats, and it
Damn.
has working treads, rolling wheels, an articulated jaw, hidden cannons in the arms and forehead panel, 2 interchangeable windshields, an opening cargo bay door, removable turret, Thundrillium storage container, and more. What the fuck is a Samoflange? I don't know.
You'll
get that
find out.
Yeah.
It better have working trades for that price. But
What if the Thundercats
27
flippers?
inches long. That he's as long as Unicron. I mean, that thing is long as Unicron is tall.
Like, look, if you're collecting Super 7 Thundercats and you have room for this, God bless you.
They should have made this remote controlled. You can actually like drive it around your house.
Hallelujah. That's what I said. It should have some type of motorized feature. I think the original one had some type of.
Hear me out. What if they built this into a Roomba and it
That-
just wouldn't that be freaking sweet?
That would be fucking awesome. You know what I would get if they did a Technodrome Roomba?
Yeah, this is a whole line of Roomba.
First of all, that would never fit under your sofa.
I don't care.
Who cleans under their sofa anyway?
Yeah,
Nobody. That's why you get the Roomba to do it.
I want the Technodrome cleaning my basement. So when people come over, they're like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's the Technodrome."
If this is 500, the Technodrome would be like over 1,000.
Think about how much dirt and debris the Technodrome could store as a Roomba. Like the Roomba has a very limited capacity.
I could see them doing the Technodrome and crowdsource it like they did with Snake Mountain. I would crowdfund the Technodrome if I was Super 7.
You know, it could have like something that comes out of the claw to go under your couch.
It could.
Like that. But yeah, it's cool. $500 is or $450 is a good price for that. Yay.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're into photography, I think this thing is. If you're into Thundercats, this thing.
I'd say if you're into Thundercats, because look how that is 17 inches.
Nah,
How big is a dead tall dimension?
That's
You're not fitting this.
27.
You aren't fitting this into a day tall.
Yeah,
You're not fitting into anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I will say, like it's like, look, I'm very much into Transformers. Like my entire basement is basically committed to Transformers. I think that like with this thing, like, look, you have to be committed to Thundercats in order to really justify this purchase, right?
And God bless you, you're getting exactly what you want. I'm
Absolutely.
happy for you Thundercats fans.
So if it like and you know, it's like I have like mad props to like the Masters of the Universe collectors and the Thundercats collectors, because it's like you guys have really gotten the short end of the stick when it comes to what's been marketed to you, what's been available, the love of the franchise.
I think Masters of the Universe have been doing okay. Matty Toys did that whole series and did the
Yeah.
whole series.
Pake says, I'm super careless / wasteful with my money, and I can't even justify dropping $500 on this thing. Now, there are some good points. Like Kev states that that Unicron is selling for $2,500. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Jeez, that's
30 says, and then it would be 700. I can see, like, look, if you're, I personally don't. I'm not about flipping figures, but I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to buy this thing as an investment, like, there are the FOMO people out there. If you buy this thing, I guarantee you'd be able to flip it for probably a couple to a few $100s more than you bought it for. It always baffles me, though, and maybe this will bleed into a discussion. It's like, I don't understand how, like, when something like is first announced and is available, like, people hop on it. Cool. Like, I love crowdsourcing. I love Kickstarters because they're making them for you. There's no, like, I don't have to worry about going to a store. I don't have to worry about scalpers. But it just amazes me, like with Unicron, right? Like the cost of it was high, but then, like, if it's true, people are selling it for $2,500 now. Where were the people that are now willing to buy it for $2,500? Where were they when it was first announced at the retail price?
Because when it was first announced, they didn't have those stimulus checks.
I mean, but the stimulus checks weren't that much.
They sold their GameStop stock.
That's
right. Now they're rich with GameStop.
But it's like every single time. It's like every single time there's like a Kickstarter or a, like let's even look at like Fans Toys. Like, again, thanks to Nate's Toys and Collectibles, I was able to get my Fans Toys Thomas for well under $200, and now it seems like the regular selling price, even with your standard online retailers, is like $400.
I think they're undecided, and it was so far off, but now here it is. It's about to come. They're like, I need it.
Yeah, that FOMO is real.
But over the retail price, it would be dead to me.
Nate says, bring on the Cat's Lair now. I mean, if they're willing to do, like, look, if this thing's successful, and I'm pretty sure it will be, because I know a lot of the people that like Thundercats or love Thundercats are really digging the Super 7 line. I had Greg Sullivan basically twisting my arm, telling me oh, you need to get in on this. And I'm like, I can't. I have to stay in a lane. As I've got Turtles, Power Rangers, GI Joe, Transformers going on, and the Mandalorian stuff. I can't stray far from, it's like
Thundercats need to drop. Some other company needs to start making them. They need to drop down to $20, and then I'd be interested. With good articulation, better than Matty.
I think the thing is, it's like after going back to that Jazzwares Warthog, I think when it comes to vehicles, 3 3/4 is really underappreciated. Like when you see some of the stuff that can be done with 3 3/4. And I think Jazzwares does it very well.
You don't know how many people I've told that. There's a lot you can do with 3 3/4.
Hasbro was doing it. Like those Marvel Universe figures used to have double jointed elbows, double jointed knees,
yeah,
diaphragm joints. Some of them had butterfly joints. They've been doing it forever. So, truth really be told, stuff is getting so crazy expensive. All the toys are going to shrink, and we're going to be having 3 3/4 inch or 4-inch figures that are $20, and we're going to have no choice because stuff is so expensive.
I don't think it's going to go that way for everything. I just think it's like you're saying. I think it's going to shrink and it's going to become popular again because it'll be just like what we have.
But Hasbro kind of did it with these new Transformers lines. All these characters that we have now that we've been wishing would be masterpieces, they just said, screw it. Let's just make them as G1 as possible and sell them as regular retail things.
Yeah.
And they're smaller than masterpiece.
But, it's funny. I was talking to, I think I was talking to Matt about it. I think because we were talking about the Make Toys downbeat. And I feel like what they do with the Studio Series Jazz is really efficient when it comes to transformation. It's really simple. It's really easy. And I feel like a lot of things are being over-engineered.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of wish they'd find that middle ground to make figures that are substantial but not over-engineered.
With the mainline masterpiece stuff?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, that it seems like third parties pushing them to. I don't know if they think they need to mimic it or if they see what they can get away with. I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely an increase in the complexity of the main line. Yeah, that's true. That articulation needs. The more they try to work in, the more allowances they have to make for it in the transformation.
Not until recent, not until MP36 did everybody start having butterfly joints that can come in and lift up and go forward, and have wrists that hinge out and in and have crunches.
That's why I think MMC is my favorite third-party company.
Yeah.
Joe, did you transform Optimus Pexis yet?
Yeah, he's right here.
He comes packaged in vehicle mode, so he.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't realize.
comes in vehicle mode. Yeah.
How was that transformation?
Very simple. There's not much to it. It's pretty much his legs are just tucked in, and then his arms just kind of come off his back and go whoop, and you're done.
Now, and Pake, I did watch your live stream on it. I just wanted a second opinion on it.
There's a little bit of like the front wheels just kind of flipping up and then going around his back, but it's not much to it. You know, one thing I'm actually disappointed about this thing is like they shouldn't have even put the Matrix with this, because you have to lift his arms up and slide his pecs back.
Yeah.
You have to like tuck the pecs in, and just in order to hold on, let me get this right.
You got the touch for this?
I don't have the touch.
Is that what they named?
And if you don't have the pecs back all the way,
you don't have the power.
Then you can't open the door, and you'll break the goddamn door like I'm about to do right now.
Good thing you got a second coming.
Yeah, really. Sorry, T. But anyway, why is it not? Come on.
You can scratch the back of his arm. That's crazy.
And not only that, but it can't house the entire Matrix.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, but I
was just.
I'm having performance anxiety, I guess. But anyway, yeah, you can't fit the whole Matrix in there. You have to take the handles off and put them on his hips, and then you just put the ball in there.
How high up?
So like, I don't understand the point of even including the Matrix. I just feel like that's, and they didn't even. Other than that, this serves no purpose for transformation. You don't need to open this up at all. Other than that, so they could have just made this a solid piece or done something else with it. I don't know, but other than that, it's a great figure. It's awesome. It's got really cool hips. Look at this. Look at his hips.
How high up can he look?
How high up can he look? Well, his neck can, if you don't mind a little neck gappage, you can do this, and then you can pull his neck back. So with his neck down, he looks up. Shit.
I don't mind.
About that far. And then you can tilt his neck back like that.
People overlook that with Fan Stories Rouge. Her neck has a mega gap. It doesn't look bad.
And because the flap that his neck's on, like technically you could even articulate that back and tuck it in and get even more looking up. Like you can pretty much hide his whole head down and in his back.
All about that tuck.
Which is part of the transformation anyway. But
Like
great. It's a great figure. Loads of waist and ab crunch. I mean, I'm sure he can Ginyu. I didn't Ginyu him yet, but I'm sure he can Ginyu.
Mine's
my first pose for Pake is going to be the superhero lane.
Wait, I believe Pake did that in his review.
Begrudgingly so.
He felt he had to take a shower afterwards.
Pake says, you have to rotate the shoulders back. You clearly didn't watch my review.
Ooh.
I didn't. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Nice.
I did. I did rotate the shoulder back, but it's for some reason his pec is. I think it's because his wheel. I think maybe the wheel's in the way, and I don't feel like unhooking the wheel.
We believe you, Joe.
Yeah.
And
basically his pecs are articulated, but it's just part of the transformation. But yes, his pecs are articulated.
It totally counts.
It would be even cooler if his pecs were like this way articulated, because then you'd be able to get a lot more shoulder movement out of it. Because as of right now, when his shoulder moves forward, it just hits that pec. and then can't go anywhere. If they had made the pec tilt out, then you could really get his arms across.
So Peg says you rotate the shoulders back and push the pec sliders back.
I did that.
But I think you're right. I think
No,
you have to
that's
have the
right.
wheels.
I will put the Matrix in a box.
The Matrix is in the box. It's never going to be used.
So what are you trying to show
When
us?
I was watching when I was looking at the instructions, and I saw the thing about like the core handle. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, the core handle? And then it took me a minute to figure out that they wanted me to put the core handle on his hip, which would look really dumb. What they should have done is they should have put a slot on this so that you could hang his guns on his hips. That would have been badass, because there is a little peg there for the core handle, but there's no matching slut in the gun.
Show off
I like
that
the way you have
badass. Show off that badass knee articulation with the piston from the side, so we can see it. Come on, Joe. Come on. There you go. So when you're building that leg back, the bar there actually pulls the knee the knee cover with it.
Yes.
And if you
And
would actually bend it further, you would see it go even collapse further down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is actually part of the transformation as well.
Yeah.
This actually opens up, and then that piston, you have to connect that little slut in there and peg
Little
it in.
slut.
Yep.
I like the way you had the guns on his back at the beginning.
Yes, the guns, peg in.
Peg says, I do have a YouTube channel, but you're already banned, so don't bother coming.
Like that. That's really
Yeah, I like that storage better anyway.
Well, when you get this one, apparently I didn't know this when I ordered it because I was drunk. But when you get extra guns with this Planet Steel one, so you could have these guns up here,
Like smokestacks.
like that. Oh, it'd be even cooler if they would rotate the other way, but it doesn't. And then you could maybe put these guns down there somehow, but they didn't do that. They didn't think that far ahead.
Could you rotate the other way? It'd be cooler if you did.
I really dig it.
Night Wiggum says, "Welcome to Crab Reviews," where he fiddles with it for a few seconds. He's like, "I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I really don't.
I'm gonna break this shit."
Fuck
Yeah,
it, send it to Florida.
I recommend. I don't know if you guys know this. If you go to Pake for Life on YouTube, he's apparently got a YouTube channel, and he apparently did a review of this. I would check that out because he probably conveys all of my thoughts way better than I ever could.
He put his blood, sweat, and tears into
Ornament
it.
says, I never
Early.
knew Pig for Life was so salt, could be so salt. You didn't hang out with us enough at TFCon.
Pig for Life is nothing but salty sometimes. Sometimes he's just salt.
Sportimus, provided Baltimore happens, are you coming up to Baltimore for TFCon?
I only drink tequila around Pig for Life just for that, because it salts it just right with his atmosphere.
And the tube. Get the tube.
We shouldn't be making fun. I like Pake. He drives a Tesla.
Dude, he was awesome to hang with, and I didn't get a chance to drink with him. Sony is my drinking buddy.
I
'Cause
still
you guys bailed on me.
I'm curious like how it's going to be. I'm very hopeful that TFCon 2021 happens, but I'm still kind of curious. Like I'm going to be boarding Lance in my house, so I'm curious.
Didn't you leave the hotel early because of his snoring?
No, I didn't leave because of his snoring. I left early because he was like, "Oh, my checkout time's at 7 a.m." And I was like, "Well, wait a minute. What am I?" I was like weighing it in. I was like, "Well, if his checkout time's 7 a.m. and I get ripped, I'm gonna have to load up my car and then I'm gonna have to hit the road." So,
Boarding
Yeah.
land. Thank you. for
oh, Nate
letting
will be
me-
coming to TFCon Baltimore.
Oh,
Really?
Wow.
So,
Holy crap.
and maybe I'll have to do like a Pake style barbecue at my house. We'll see, depending on like what social distancing rules are.
I'll just bring my own grill.
Well, you do that. Hopefully I'll have the smoker by then.
Then I'll definitely bring my own grill.
Oh well,
Damn.
I will have the large sous vide container, so I'll be able to do some good burgers and good steaks.
Sous vide burger?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
Hear me out. If
I mean,
you want
I guess you could do that and then throw a real quick sear on it, but
the blowtorch, Joe.
The blowtorch. Yeah, well, don't do that inside.
I learned the hard way this evening.
I'm glad I don't have the sprinkler system in my house because
no. The sprinkler system wouldn't go off.
That would have been bad.
But
my smoke detector was going crazy.
Everything was going good until a piece of fat caught on fire.
Yes. Yeah.
And then after that, it was like
But you know what though? Nothing beats searing on either a cast iron or a good seasoned griddle. That's better than a blowtorch.
I got both, and then I'm also built for this spring. I'm building. Not only am I building a little paver patio back there. I found this easy, simple specs. I'm going to build my own yakitori style grill. For
Winston,
look at Dave investing money in the Dave Grillmeister channel.
Winston will be the easiest man to find at TFCon. You just have to look up. My cast iron. My cast iron, I just need to season really well. I like the blowtorch a lot, simply because it's just it's the most convenient method. Because with the cast iron, there's so much cleanup.
Huh?
Yeah. No, you gotta take your coat.
You take the
oil,
a little bit of salt. You pour it in the salt. You scrub it with the salt. Then you pour
Depending on what you do with it, you could just wipe it with a paper towel.
Yeah.
You could just wipe it with a paper towel, but if you really want to clean it, you gotta take a little bit of oil, a little bit of kosher salt. And you have to wipe it. You gotta let it cool.
Yeah. Easier than cleaning a grill.
What do you think, Matt? Like, what's the best way to clean a cast iron?
If you make the burgers, I'll eat the burgers. Pretty much goes for any.
Matt, what's the best smash burger you've ever had?
Yours. For cast iron grill, you're supposed to just gently rub it out and put it away.
So
I gotta get you guys down to North Carolina. I'm sorry. I want to get into a cooking competition with you and a cooking competition with you. And I'll have two unbiased eaters right there.
So, like, tonight, I made a steak with garlic powder, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and rosemary. I had a sprig of rosemary. It was nice. And that came out so good. It was New York strip. It was a USDA choice. Well, it was sold as a USDA choice, but it was technically USDA prime.
Firelight Fire Pit. I need to learn this.
Now that you say that, I noticed that in my grocery store too. And I bought some. They were cut a little too thin for my liking, but I was looking at them. And I was like, "This is not choice. I'm buying these up."
Yeah,
because they were clearly prime.
Yeah, the marbling was like the intramuscular fat was just.
That's like the sexiest word ever. Intramuscular fat. I love it.
Guga Foods. Subscribe to him.
Oh yeah, Guga Foods.
Okay, this Firelight thing's pretty cool, but if I'm gonna get a fire pit, I'm gonna get a Brio, just because a Brio X series. And if you look up Brio X series review, you'll know why I want it.
We're gonna have to branch off into a figure action cooking channel.
Yeah, that's like basically all I do is watch Food Network outside.
Because we've been talking about cooking meat for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm getting texts, guys. I need to.
Sportimus says propane and propane accessories. I'll tell you what. Well, I think this is a good place to end it. As always, where you at are in the description. It has been great hanging with y'all. It's been great having y'all. Jose, get in touch with us. I will get that Optimus Primal out to you as soon as I have your address. So hit us up on Facebook or on Instagram or at Gmail, figureactionpodcast@gmail.com. And I will get that Optimus Primal out to you probably tomorrow, depending on how soon I get your information.
You trying to get me shot, T-Man?
T-Man wants to play PlayStation 5.
I'm about to start my hero right after we close this up.
So I guess that'll do it for tonight's episode. We'll see you all again next Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Peace out.
Bye. Good night, everybody.